Now, these are facts, and they don't seem like facts because they are impossible in our imagination. One, Russia is bigger than Pluto. Did you know that? The area of land on Russia versus the area of land on Pluto. Russia is bigger. And not just by a small fraction. It's bigger by 1 million square kilometers. That's 1,000 kilometers, 1,000 kilometers square. That's big. That's big. That's my country, Kenya, is 500,000 square kilometers. That's like 2 Kenyas. So you take 2 Kenyas, add to Russia, to Pluto, equal to Russia. Don't make that stuff up. 2. Bananas are berries, but strawberries are not berries. Who named strawberries like that? Bananas are berries, strawberries do not qualify. It's all about how their seeds develop. Dig in for this information and find out. 3. Your nose is always visible, but your brain ignores it. So the thing is, you can actually see your nose. I can. But you don't really look at it. You focus elsewhere, not on your nose. It's like you have somebody in the room, but you're not paying attention to them at all, at all. That's what your brain does to your nose. Oh, brain, what did nose do to you? Have you noticed that you don't concentrate a lot on your nose unless you're looking at the mirror? In fact, most of us see our noses more on the mirror than yet you can actually see it. Next, octopuses have 3 hearts. 1, 2, 3 hearts. Oh my. 2 of them pump blood through the gills. 1 pumps it to the rest of the body. So 2 are concentrated more on gaseous exchange, and 1 does what ours does. So it's like they need oxygen. They need that nice gas. So it dedicates 2 hearts for that purpose. Wow, octopus sets priorities, yeah? I like that. If you were given 3 hearts, what would you direct 2 hearts to do? To study? To love? Next, there are more stars in the universe than grains of sand on Earth. Wait a minute, who counted them? How do you know? Sand. Have you seen a lorry full of sand? And then stars? Who does these statistics? I know you doubt that too. I'm a doubting Thomas, but I know even though you're not Thomas, you doubt this as well, don't you? Water can boil and freeze at the same time. Oh, I've seen this, by the way. I've seen in Russia or in those other places that are very cold. You scoop hot water in a cup and then you splash it in air and it freezes. It falls as frozen ice. It's coming from the cup, boiling, and then it falls down as ice. I've seen it. That has a special name. It's called triple point. Okay. A day on Venus is longer than a year on Venus. So that means that if you go to Venus and then you start saying that I am 10 years old in Venus, and somebody in Venus is say 10 days old, that person who is 10 days old could be your father. You are fathered by a 10-day-old when you are 10 years old. World upside down, right? So apparently Venus takes 243 Earth days to rotate once. That's almost 1 year here. It, however, takes 225 days of our Earth to rotate around the Sun. So it beats that period by almost 20 days. So it's like if you take out 1 month in the calendar, 11 months it has gone around the Sun, and then the 12 months it is still rotating to make 1 single day. That's how it is. There are animals called sloths. Now, sloths, these are these small animals. They look like squirrels, but they're very slow, and they don't move a lot during daytime. They like moving at night. If you go to the Amazons or watch documentaries, you'll see this. So sloths are can stop breathing for 40 minutes or hold their breath for 40 minutes. Okay, I can do that a little longer. See, 30 seconds, 40 seconds. I don't know whether I can hit 1 minute, but sloths can do 40 minutes. In other words, sloths can take the whole first half of a football match without breathing. Man. Next, the Sahara Desert. The Sahara Desert used to be green. Imagine one of those largest hot deserts in the world used to be green, and it had lakes, it had hippos, it had grassland. We need to plant trees, guys, or else the whole world will be Sahara Desert. There are more plastic flamingos than real flamingos. You see, when you go to some pools or water fountains, you see plastic flamingos for aesthetics. Some people even have them on their lawns. So in the world, there are more of those plastic flamingos than we actually do have of the real flamingos. Man, are flamingos going extinct? Wombat is an animal. Now, wombat has a poop that is cube-shaped. I know of sheep and goats, I think, with a spherical poop. Humans and most of other animals have rather cylindrical. I hope you are not eating as I say this, because this is a bit but can you imagine of poop, square poop, a cube, you know, Royco cube, for instance. This is a cube, so just take, poop that is cube. How does it manufacture? Because now that's manufacturing. I want to see wombat. Now, we talked about sloths. We're not done with sloths. Sloths can fall from 100 feet without injury. 100 feet is 30 meters. 30 meters height. That's quite tall. That's how many stories? That's almost 9 or 10-story building. And they are fine. Thumbs up. Wombats. And the last time we heard about tortoise or tortoise falling, we had that rugged shell. Humans have tried it without parachutes, and most have ended up in wheelchairs or in the morgues. Wombats are tough. I mean, not wombats. Wombats are the sloths are tough. There's a lake inside an island, inside a lake, inside an island. That's crazy. Okay. In the Philippines, there is a lake in the Philippines, and then in this Philippine there is an island, and then in this island there is a lake. I don't know whether you are getting this. Okay. So let me use blue. Yes, let me use blue. So the whole of this is Philippines. Then what we have here as blue, that blue you are seeing, let me remove, yes, that single blue you are seeing is a lake. Now on that lake there is an island, And then on that island there is another lake. So how does our story come? So we are saying there is a lake in there, in an island which is blue, and because it is an island, it means it is circled by water, and the water makes another lake, and then that other lake is in an island which is now called the Philippines. So there is a lake inside an island, inside a lake, inside an island. Crazy stuff. The name of that lake is called Tal. You remember story within a story? Now that's a story within a story right there. There are more pyramids in Sudan than in Egypt. We know Egypt having those pyramids, famous among them the Pyramid of Giza. Now, what we have in Sudan is way, way, way more than we have in Egypt, and could even be older than what we have in Egypt. The difference is they are smaller compared to the ones in Egypt. So Sudan has around 200 pyramids. Egypt has around 120, 80 less, you can imagine. But everybody goes to Egypt because those ones are big. Let's